Urgent! Commanders fan, look at what just happened. Nobody saw this coming, huh? But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we bring you daily videos with the latest Commanders news. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Commanders GM talks possible $100 million contract extension for true leader. For years, Washington Commanders wide receiver Terry McLaurin built a reputation as one of the NFL's best wide receivers on one of the worst teams. For the first 5 seasons of his career, McLaurin averaged 1,156 receiving yards per season, including career lows of 58 receptions for 909 yards as a rookie in 2019. Each year, his team just seemed to get worse. Then, 2024 happened. Paired with rookie quarterback and NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year Jayden Daniels, McLaurin led the Commanders with 82 receptions for 1,096 yards and a franchise record 13 touchdowns on the way to earning NFL All-Pro honors for the first time. The Commanders went 125, advanced to the NFC Championship game for the first time since 1991, and had their first winning season with McLaurin on the roster. McLaurin's value only continued to rise in the postseason, where he had 14 receptions for 237 yards and scored 3 touchdowns, 1 in each game. With McLaurin headed into the final season of the 3-year, $36 million contract extension he signed in March 2022, Washington Commanders general manager addressed his star wide receiver's future at the annual NFL owner meetings. Peters was effusive of the player who has been a true leader for the Commanders for years. The short answer is we want to make Terry a Commander for a long time, Peters told The Athletic's Ben Standig on April 1. He's a great Commander. He got better and better as the season went on, not only as a player, but as a leader. It was really impressive to see him grow so much. You think of Terry as this pristine, polished player, but then he got even better, so it's really cool. Everybody can get better, even the great ones. While SpotRack has McLaurin's market value at a projected 3-year, $89.7 million contract with 29. $9 million in average annual salary, that number is probably a bit low, considering the way the market for the NFL's best wide receivers has skyrocketed the last 2 years, offering McLaurin a 3-year, $100 million contract with close to $70 million in guaranteed money might be more in line with reality. That would make McLaurin one of the NFL's top 5 highest-paid wide receivers at a little over $33 million per season. McLaurin has spent his entire career with the Commanders after they selected him in the 3rd round, number 76 overall of the 2019 NFL Draft out of Ohio State. He's also been one of the NFL's most durable wide receivers in that time. Has only missed 3 games in 6 seasons and hasn't missed a game since Week 16 of the 2020 season, a streak of 73 games including the regular season and playoffs. Commanders added another All-Pro WR in offseason. For the first time in his career, McLaurin will have another elite wide receiver running alongside him in 2025 after the Commanders traded for fellow NFL All-Pro Deebo Samuel. The addition of Samuel and Pro Bowl offensive tackle Laramie Tunsil via trades represents the Commanders going all-in as Super Bowl contenders. The Commanders also moved to fully guarantee the final year of Samuel's contract in for $17 million for 2025. Pausing this news just to say that if you want YouTube to keep recommending the latest Commanders news to you, it's very important that you leave a like on this video, thanks. Now let's get back to the news. Commanders linked to Browns edge rusher in trade. If there was one part of the Washington Commanders season last year that wasn't as impressive as their turnaround, it was probably all along their defensive line. Washington was one of the worst teams when it came to rushing the passer last season, following trades of their previous starters during the 2023 deadline. While the Commanders are expected to draft plenty of prospects during the 2025 draft to solve that issue, one reporter believes there's an easy way to solve that concern. Bleacher Report writer Brad Gagnon suggested that the Commanders call the Cleveland Browns and trade for quality edge rusher Ogbo Okoronkwo. Adding another dedicated edge rusher to help replace Fowler would be wise, Gagnon writes. Making a play for Trey Hendrickson would also be logical for the Commanders. They should also take a long look at Ogbo Okoronkwo of the Cleveland Browns. This offseason, the Browns signed Okoronkwo to a 3-year, $19 million contract during the 2023 offseason, but have largely kept him in a rotational role since. Hez likely to stay in that role after Cleveland signed Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, and the Browns could view him as expendable. In 6 years with multiple teams, Okoronkwo has recorded 17 sacks throughout his career and could be the kind of quality edge rusher Washington needs. In today's NFL, the Commanders are chasing their division rival in the Philadelphia Eagles and their dominant offensive line. The only way to trounce that line is to finally find quality role players who can help along the way, and Okoronkwo could certainly help there. Peters explains decisions to trade for Samuel. Tunsil Adam Peters has said from the start of his tenure as the Washington Commanders general manager that he wants to build the team through the draft to provide a sustainable, winning foundation for the future. But when premier players at premium positions become available, it tends to adjust one's long-term strategy. That was the case for the Commanders this offseason when they acquired wide receiver Deebo Samuel Sr. and left tackle Laramie Tunsil in trades with the San Francisco 49ers and Houston Texans, respectively. The moves seemed to contradict Peters' original plan, as the Commanders had to move a combined 5 picks across the 2025 and 2026 drafts to get both players. Peters' views on the draft haven't changed. He still believes it is the best way to build a roster. He also knows he needs to inject the team with players who possess elite talent to maximize quarterback Jaden Daniels. Both Samuel and Tunsil satisfy that need. You take each opportunity as they come, Peters said at the NFL owners' meetings in Palm Beach, Florida. Understanding that we were able to get really good players at important positions, there's give and take to that. Although their defensive needs were and still are the most obvious, the Commanders entered the 2025 offseason with exigencies at creating more explosive plays and protection for Daniels, who was sacked 47 times during his rookie season. The Commanders also ranked 7th in time of possession and had the highest plays per game average, 66 last season. And while there are benefits to both stats, it also reflected a lack of explosiveness, particularly in the passing game, to flip the field in their favor. Samuel, who has nearly 6,000 career scrimmage yards and 42 total touchdowns, provides an answer for the latter. Peters was part of the 49ers front office when Samuel was drafted as a second-round pick in 2019, giving him a first-hand look at Samuel's skill set. Samuel set multiple records in 2021 with 1,770 yards and 14 total touchdowns, including 8 rushing scores. His numbers since then, including 806 total yards in 2024, haven't been as gaudy but still reflect that he can be a versatile weapon. It was an easy decision for Peters to make the move to acquire Samuel. He told NFL personality Kay Adams that there's not too many guys that can lift a team on the field more than Deebo. I know what kind of competitor he is, what kind of playmaker he is, Peters said. I've seen firsthand him take over games, and it's really infectious throughout the team. Samuel is determined to prove the Commanders were right to invest in him. I'm just ready to get back to work, Samuel said. Just ready to get around a group of guys, meet with the players, and we just go from there. While Washington was listed as a possible destination when Samuel was permitted to seek a trade, the team's attempts to acquire Tunsil came as more of a surprise. It was clear that the Commanders needed to strengthen their left tackle position, but as one starting caliber free agent after the other was signed by other teams, it looked as if they would wait until the draft to take the best player who fell to them at number 29. Instead, the team made an aggressive move to get Tunsil, one of the best players at his position with 6 Pro Bowls in his career. Tunsil's presence instantly raises the talent level of the Commanders' offensive line and provides Daniels with a proven protector. Since 2022, Tunsil has allowed a 3-1 pressure rate, which ranks 3rd best among offensive tackles. Peters believes the trade was worth it despite the steep price because premier left tackles don't come on the market very often. The Commanders were too far down in the first-round pecking order to draft one of the best prospects at the position, making a trade the most viable option. Hez, in our opinion, one of the best, Peters said. You could say Hez. Top 2 in pass protection. I think he's underrated as a run blocker, too. Peters added that there were people on the team who vouched for him, so they're confident he can be a good locker room fit, a key requisite for Peters and head coach Dan Quinn's culture. Early return show he's been great, Peters said. He's connected with a lot of our guys, and I think he's going to be a great addition. Those opportunities, acquiring a left tackle, are rare, so we thought it was right to pounce on it. Tunsil can't wait to get to work with his new team. In my opinion, they traded for me for that reason, just to make a huge impact on the team, Tunsil said. I'm down to do whatever they want me to do, especially at year 10. If they need me to play quarterback and back up Jaden Daniels, then I can do that, running back, whatever. The trades for Samuel and Tunsil also increased the team's options in the draft. Although the Commanders' allotment of picks this year has decreased from 7 to 5, they have more freedom to pick the best player available, regardless of position. And perhaps they have the option to trade back and rebuild their stockpile of picks. Everything's an option, Peters said, just depending on the value. And now, Commanders fan, I want to hear from you. What's your opinion on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I don't know if you know this, but your opinion matters a lot for Commanders. It'll be back any moment with more Commanders news. We want Dallas.